Had a great trading day today. Lots of selling, right? Lots of selling, lots of volatility. All right. We should not be surprised. All right. So this is not a surprise to us because this is what we do each and every day. All right. So no surprise here. Let's go right to the markets. All right. I'm going to start with the VIX. Lots of volatility, guys. We're at 30 on the VIX. All right. I'm going to get back to this chart right here because this is something where we brought up our big VIX chart. So moving forward, we will monitor the VIX. We do it every week, right? When we do our evening sessions like this. But you know, it's more of it's a big deal now, right? We're above 20 at 30. We'll watch some of these levels as we move forward. All right, we'll get back to it later this evening. Okay, I want to talk about some support levels we were watching, and we did break those support levels. All right, so we broke support. No surprise. We should not be surprised about this, okay? So we broke support here on the S&P right here. Broke support on the daily time frame here. We know we're in the markdown phase here. Now the Dow was down 1,600 points, right? 1,679. That's a big down day, guys, all right? Big down day for the Dow. S&P was down 274. NASDAQ was down, big down there for the NASDAQ, 1,050. IWM Russell was also down. We did send out several alerts for short. So shorting the dollar, we'll take a look at the dollar index. So shorting the dollar and some of the yen pairs. Okay, so hopefully you guys took advantage of these trades short. Okay, so again, S&P broke support, a big support level here. Gap down, broke support. NASDAQ broke down, gap down, broke support. All right, the Dow also gap down. All right, broke the support level, and the Russell also gap down, broke support right here. No surprise. Again, the VIX is at 30 right here. All the sectors are down, all right, except for utilities and energy there, but we're not buying that, all right? So just be aware of that, what the market is doing, no surprise there, all right? In the futures market, futures are currently down, so the E-mini, Dow E-mini is down, NASDAQ is down, S&P is down. We're doing our live trading tomorrow, so we'll see. If we have continued selling, we could get a bounce. We'll see. We'll see. All right. The dollar, guys, broke support, right? We had support here. Sell short signal is here. All red candles. All right. Purple support and resistance here. That's why I say we should not be surprised. Let's remove this here. All right. So next target on the dollar index is right at $100. This is where we should find pretty good support, all right? So we should find good support here for the dollar right at $100, right there, pretty good support. Right now, trading at 101. If it breaks through that $100 mark, that's a major concern, okay? We might bring in some larger time frames if that happens, okay? So sell short signal here, dollar index, moving down nicely, good support right here, and it's currently down in the futures market. And we did send out again some alerts for you guys. Okay, all righty. Sectors, you guys know sectors are down. We'll get back to the Max 7s. Okay, big picture. All right, big picture. Again, Dow daily time frame broke a big support here. Here we are here. All right. Next support area on the Dow is right here. So make sure you're watching your levels. Okay. So on the Dow, next support level is right here. We have further support. I would say if it breaks support here, might find some support here, but really down here. Now, I know it looks like we've had, what, a couple of months of selling now, right? We have a sell, our sell signal came in, right, late or early last month. So it's been almost, all right, if not 6 weeks, a couple of months, all right? Just remember, we are early. I know it seems like it's been a long time, right, of selling, but we are early in the selling, guys. Okay, when we look at the weekly time frame, you guys will see we are fairly early in the selling. So this market could move a lot lower. Okay, just be aware of that. Okay, we are fairly early. And again, as far as seasonality, selling may and go away. We're in April. All right, so selling came in a little early, but we are not surprised by any of this. Okay, so our last buy signal on the Dow came in on what's that? What's that? November, right? November sell signal came in. Our sell signal on the Dow came in December, right? In December, right after that Christmas rally, and we haven't had a buy signal ever since. Okay, so again, no surprise there. So support is here, right? If we break through support here, guys, next real support is down here. Okay, on the daily time frame. Down weekly time frame, here is the concern. Okay, so we have a sell signal here on the weekly time frame. Buy signal was here, sell signal was here. Now our support level now for the Dow on the weekly is right here. The last time, guys, we had a sell signal here on the weekly time frame, right? We had selling for about a year. I'm not saying that the selling will last, right? You will get bounces, all right? But that's a concern, all right? That's a concern. So we're going to expect the Dow is, what's that, 40,000, 40,500, was it? Was that what it closed at? Yep, 40,500 on the Dow. All right, so we look for support at 36,000. So a Dow 36,000 is what we'll look for. All right, that won't happen, might not happen right away. Okay, let's see what it looks like on the daily. So 36,000, okay, that lines up here. 36,000 would be somewhere down here. Okay, on the Dow. All right, so again, this is fairly early when we look at big picture. Okay, I know it's nasty in the markets right now, but it's fairly early. All right, fairly early. All right, on the monthly time frame, still holding, no white candles, no red candles here on the monthly time frame on the Dow. The S&P also broke a big support level here, markdown phase, all red candles. Next support, all right, on the S&P is at 5,000 right here. So 5,000, that's a big number for traders too. So 5,000 on the S&P, right? It looks like it will get to 5,000 without a problem right here. Okay. If it gets to that support area here, it might hold. Then we might get further support all the way down here. We just have to start bringing these support levels out, okay, as we move lower. Okay, so all right, sell signal came in all the way up here. Here is the market there on the daily time frame. Weekly time frame on the S&P. S&P weekly time frame, you see here. Here's your sell signal here. That sell signal came in. All right, 1, 2, 3, a month ago, right? A month ago now. All right, that sales signal came in. All right, so no surprise, right? We've been watching this, following this. Our systems, Stock Boss, Bullmaster systems, basically, right, dried up, no opportunities, which is what we want. All right, when the markets are like this. Last time we got a sales signal, right, in the S&P on the weekly time frame. Right, here was your selling here, small amount of selling here, but guys, we're breaking support, right? Candles are coming down here. We're going to assume that sellers will continue to sell. Just like buyers continue to buy here and here, right? We are now out of the distribution phase in the markdown phase now. So we are going to assume that the selling will continue unless the price action shows us otherwise. Okay, S&P support on the S&P on the weekly time frame right here. All right, so I said 5,000, so right about here. All right, on the weekly time frame for the S&P. Monthly time frame, all right, still holding for right now. NASDAQ, guys, really in trouble, right? NASDAQ really fell. All right, our last buy signal came in, and this is when we had our nice Christmas rally, right? On 9/20/2024, our buy signal, sell signal was right here. January the 3rd was the sell signal, and here we are, right? This is why we do what we do, okay? Support is right here. So follow your system, follow your price action, follow support and resistance, and follow your 4 market phases, okay? Keep you safe in these markets. All right, all red candles, gap down, moving lower. Support here on the NASDAQ is right here at 15.8. All right, so we can call that 16,000. Nice round number here, 16,000 here, okay? It might find support here. If it doesn't, okay, further support is all the way down here. And we've got to bring these in. All right, so further support would be right here. I know it looks like a long way from here, but boy, if we can get to that support area right in here, that's not far down, okay? And that's a big drop. That's a big drop. All right, lots of issues and pain in the market. So if that happened, okay, but that's a lot of selling already in the NASDAQ. That's a lot of selling already, okay. But if we take a look at the weekly time frame, fairly early, right? Fairly early on the weekly time frame. Previous buy signal was here, bought here, sold here, 2022. Again, weekly time frame, 2020, right here. Sell signal 2022. All right, good run here. If you guys measure this run, right? This buy signal from here to here, this run, and then sellers came in, almost identical. All right, so buy signal here, sell signal here. Look what's happening here. All right, no accident, okay? So we should not be surprised. And this sell signal here came in, what? About a month ago, okay? And we've talked about this, no surprise here. Support on the NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, all right, is previous resistance. So about right here where buyers came in before, right about here is where we might find some support. If it breaks support here, next support area is right about here. Okay, so right about here where buyers came in before. So if you guys look here, resistance is here, buy signal came in, sell signal. It's on the weekly time frame now, so big picture. All right, next buy signal came in here. Here we have a sell signal here. All right, so notice buy signal here, sell signal here, buy signal here, sell signal here. So we're coming down, guys. We're coming down on the NASDAQ. So tech stocks, be careful. All right, NASDAQ on the monthly time frame. All right, holding for now. If that selling continues, that will come on down. Russell on the daily time frame. We've talked about the Russell, guys. It's been very, very weak. All right, so now it's back within our trading range right here. Okay, so it broke through that support level here. Now it's back in here. We're going to expect that the Russell will probably settle down in here where we've got pretty good support right here. Okay, so it's back in that box. Good resistance here, good support here. It's back here. So your Russell, your IWM, your small cap stocks, just be careful, guys. And you know, with the IWM, with the Russell, that's Stock Boss, we're not getting much from Stock Boss anyway. I think we ran 16 stocks. All right, so there's nothing there to trade anyway. We've been totally out of that. Only like basic material stocks, okay? All right, so all red candles, we're in the markdown phase. Markdown phase. Sellers are in control, right? You let them take control, either short right? If you know how to short, get puts, stay out, stay in cash, and wait. Okay, wait. All right, so Russell on the daily time frame, again, support would be down here. No support, so it's gone through previous resistance, became support. All right, it's broken that level there. So next target is all the way down there, and that's a lot. That's a lot of selling. Okay, if that happens. On the weekly time frame, Russell on the weekly, we went to the other weekly charts, right? On the Nasdaq, on the S&P, on the Dow, same thing here. Weekly time frame, previous buy signal was here, 2020. Sell signal here, 2022. See how they all line up? 2024 right here, last buy signal, current sell signal right here. Broke support, red candle, white arrow here. And then Russell came in a lot earlier, about 6 weeks of since the sell signal here. All right, so sellers are coming in strong here. Price is coming in, falling knife right here. Support is right here. Good support right here. All right, for the Russell. If it breaks, however, if it breaks through that support, we are going much, much, much lower. Okay, all right. So we'll go ahead and bring that support line right in here. All right. So, and even here, all right, fairly decent support here. Okay, we're a long ways from that now, but looks really good. Russell is weak, right? Looks really good to at least get to support level here, and that would be a lot of selling there. Russell on the monthly time frame. Look at the monthly time frame. So Russell is the first index to give a red candle on the monthly. All right, give a white candle, right, red candle, and it's breaking through that trend line. That's major. Okay, that's major, guys. That's a big deal. On the monthly, on the Russell, red candle, breaking that trend line, that's a big deal there. Okay, Bitcoin, let's take a look. All right, Bitcoin has settled at 82,000, found some good support here. Okay, we look for Bitcoin to break through that support. Okay, break through that support right here and settle. We have pretty good support at 70,000. Okay, so right now anything can happen. You guys know these buyers can come in, right? But right now we got red candles and it's just sitting right here, sitting right here at support levels. Here we're making lower highs, lower lows, so we're going to assume, right? Never assume, but based on the price action, all right, looks like we'll probably break through that support right here and then settle somewhere in here. So 70,000 is what we're looking for on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will follow the equity markets. And just remember, your other currency pairs will follow Bitcoin, okay? But it is, holding support right here for now. Gold had a bit of a pullback, but holding fairly well there. Silver pulled back quite a bit. All right, so keep an eye on silver, guys. Came all the way back to the trend line, big white candle. All right, that's surprising, right? It should have held like gold. All right, but we'll keep an eye on silver. Okay, so that's a good pullback. Good pullback there on silver. Crude oil. A little bit of selling, but still within its range there. Bonds are making a move higher, guys. Look at that. All right. So your, what is it? TLT, right? Yeah, TLT. Yeah, your bonds making a move higher. And that's what it's supposed to do, right? When the market comes lower, all right, your bonds, TLT will move higher. Dollar, we talked about the dollar index here, weekly and daily and monthly. And then pound yen, we saw some selling, right? We send out some alerts, all right? Pound yen on the daily, weekly, and monthly here. We look for pound yen and the yen pairs to move lower. And we look for pound yen, guys, to break this trend line here, all right? All right, unless something really change with the market, all right? We should see pound yen start to test that support and finally make a move lower here. Okay, let's do this. And we'll go through current positions. All right. So we'll look for pound yen to make a move, break out, probably to the downside. Okay. All right. I want to go to the VIX here, and then we'll look at the Mag 7s. Okay. So I want to show you guys, and we'll leave this up until we get out of this, all of this selling here. All right. So this is the VIX. That's the highest the VIX. This is going back to 2008. All right. So the VIX made it up to 89. And just remember, the VIX is the VIX. That's the volatility index. All right. Equities do not like, stocks do not like volatility. Okay. So the VIX is going to be critical as we move forward here in the markets. Okay. All right. So we'll leave this here. If you guys can see, this is the date, 2008, 2009. All right. That was the last crash before COVID. All right. And with the VIX came all the way up here to 80. I'm not saying this will happen, but we're just in case we're aware of what's going on. All right, this was COVID here, 2020, 2021. And we are in an environment where we could get a lot of selling, guys, okay? Especially when we start to see selling on the weekly and on the monthly now, okay? And we're out of the buying season. So right now, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. All right. And then here we are right now. Okay, so this was COVID. All right, that's the VIX, right? Spiked up. That's your market crash here, 2008. And now we can go back, but we'll focus on these two areas here. All right, now we did have a spike. I forgot why we had this last year, why we had that. We had a big spike. I forgot why. Okay, but here we are now. All right, this is a monthly time frames right here, monthly time frame, guys. Whenever we get a big candles, right, green candles coming in like this on the monthly time frame, that's a concern. Okay, just like here, just like in here, all right, that's increased volatility. That's not good. We'll be watching, now that we're above 30, there are a couple of levels we'll watch for volatility. This level here, which is 40, right here, that's a concern. And then over here, 48 is, well, let's call it 50. That's a concern here. Okay, so we need to stay, right now, we need to stay below 40. All right, below 40 right here. And even if we're not in the markets fully in equities right now, this is still good to do. All right, so 40 would be right. Let's bring that up right about here. So we need to stay below 40. All right? So we got to stay below here as we move higher. The next area is 50. If we start getting above 40, that's the danger zone, guys, for the market. We get above 50, I don't know what to tell you. All right, 50 is right here. All right, so we need to stay, right now we need to stay below 40. Okay, that's resistance right here. We get above 40 anywhere in here, right, approaching 50, that's scary. Okay, so just be aware of that. We'll be monitoring every week moving forward the big chart here on the VIX. Okay, all right. The Mag 7s, Magnificent 7 stocks. Okay, let's go through them. No surprise here. Microsoft, guys, we're in the markdown phase. Last buy signal we had by our system was at 437, 438. All right, sell signal came in at 425 right here. We're now at 378. Next support area is right here at about 340 for Microsoft. Okay, so we have decent support here. We look for it to settle down in here somewhere. Okay, so Microsoft clearly in the markdown phase. All red candles. Sellers are in control. Very different from here. All right, very different from this. Okay, all right, so switching hats. Went from long to short. Microsoft. Google, same thing here, guys. Buy signal was here. Sell signal, right? Sell signal came in at 187. We were at 150. All right, support is right here, right? We call that near-term support at 136. Let's see if we can get there, and we'll look for the next level of support. All that's a lot of selling, guys, today here. Tesla. All right, Tesla's hanging on there. All right, held its support here, closed right here. Last sell signal came in here from a buy signal right here. All right, so it's holding there for right now. Hey, Mike, welcome. All right. How are we getting the signals? Our algorithms. Okay? All right. Tesla, guys, buy signal here, sell signal here, all red candles here. We got good support here. All right. We've talked about Tesla. What's really helping Tesla, guys, is that we got good consolidation in here. All right. So a lot of consolidation in here, right in here, all in here. Okay. So Tesla is holding up fairly well. All right, it is holding up fairly well because of a lot of these support areas right here. No, it's fallen quite a bit. All right, our last buy signal on the daily time frame was at 266. Sell signal came in at 371, 373. All right, but the high for Tesla was at 480, 483. All right, so if you bought it anywhere in this area here and you're still holding, right, that's a lot of pain there. Okay, that's almost half, right? So all right, so that's Tesla there. Nvidia, guys, Nvidia is breaking a big support level. No surprise here. All right, our last buy signal was here. We're looking for a break of resistance at 150. We got a sell signal right at 137 or so, right in here to get out. First red candle here, right? We've been watching this support level gap down, and now it's gap down and it's below that support level. Okay, if we get further selling on Nvidia, guys, that $100 mark is a big number here for Nvidia, right? Which is right here, $100 right here. If we break through here convincingly, all right, we don't have any support here. That's your support right here. No real support right here. Here is your buy signal here. So this is your support here. Okay, the critical thing with Nvidia, if it doesn't hold here, guys, all right, if it doesn't hold here, it could move much lower. All right, down here is $50. So let's bring that in. So those are the numbers here for Nvidia. No guarantee it will get there, right? We just drawing our lines, right? No guarantee. But when we do this, there is no surprise. And we're not on the wrong side of the trades, right? We're on the right side of the trades. So 150 is right here, right? 150. 100 will be here. right? 100 will be here. So, oh, come on. All right, so 100 is here, right here. Right here. So 150, 100, and then $50, guys. $50. All right. Again, I'm not saying it will. We're just following the price, okay? That's all we can do. All right. So if it breaks support here, right, might find some support right here around 80, but the real support is down here, okay? All right, so it went from 150 to now 100. Next target, $50 here. That's a lot of pain. All right, and we don't like pain. All right, that's NVIDIA. Meta, Facebook, all right, also broke a big support level here. Next target, okay, now Meta came in from a high of 732. So let's bring that in. So these are your Mag 7s. And if your Magnificent 7 stocks are not doing well, guess what? The market will not do well, okay? So that was 7. What did I say? 7, right at 740. All right, now we're at 531. So 200 points. Big difference there, right? Next support level is right here at 450, guys, right here, okay? If we break through that, now it looks good to get to 450, okay? If it breaks through that next level of support, again, we are fairly easy. We're fairly new to the selling, okay? We're only, 6 weeks in, right? A month for some of these indexes, right? Russell is about 6 weeks, couple of months. So we're fairly new. We saw the buys, the sell signals on the weekly. So we're fairly new. So don't be surprised if these stocks completely break down and fall lower. Okay? All right. This is fairly early. Fairly early. Okay? I know it seems like a lot of selling already, but we're fairly early. All right? In the selling there. All right, and then the last one is Apple. Okay, Apple also gapped down, right, and broke support here. Next support level for Apple, it might find. Let's do this. Let's bring this here. So here is support here, right? Support here. So it's right here. Next support all the way down here. Okay. All right. So we went through everything. Let's go to current positions. Current positions that we that we've sent out in the school community, all right? All right, so we don't have any longs on the 60-minute time frame. We do have some longs on the 240. Let's take a quick look. So longs on the 240 in Monster Scalper. And look how light we are in equities, guys. That's good, right? That's a good thing. All right. Euro, New Zealand, EURNZD. All right. Buy signal here. I'm trying to remember here. So we had a sell signal here. So we should be out. So buy signal here, sell signal, we should be out. We did not call this buy signal here. So Euro NZD on the 240, right? We should be out. Eurozar, it's holding its buy signal well, guys. Look at that. Buy signal here, moving up nicely there. So Eurozar on the 240. All right. Euro SGD, another good trade going there. EURNZD, that's reaccumulation. So new buyers came in on a break of resistance right here. So broke resistance right here, buy signal, and nicely in the markup phase. Nice break of resistance. All right. All right. Nice breakout. Strong buy in there. Okay. Now I noticed we had some euro pairs. So we might we'll look for, let me make a note. We'll look to see if we have new buy signals on some of the euro pairs because the euro is moving higher. All right, so euro pairs, make sure we take a look at those. All right, so euro ZAR moving well. Great trade going there. All right, nice break of resistance here. Buyers jumped in right at our buy signal right here. Okay, so euro ZAR, euro SGD in Monster Scalper. Great trade going here. And then the last one, all right, so euro HUF. How much data do we have here? That's taking a long time. Hold on. Hold on. All right, 6 months. Let's move that to 3. All right. All right, USD HUF, buy signal here, sell signal. We didn't call this new buy signal, so close that. All right, pound New Zealand, right? Buy signal here, sell signal, red candle. Let's close that. So clean things up. And pound ZAR. Pound ZAR also great move there in pound ZAR. Okay, so pound ZAR. All right, buy signal was right here on a break of this resistance. So those of you who took this trade, good job. All right, so support here, resistance here, nice breakout. Keep an eye on these guys. We have purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on that, okay? All right, so those are the longs. We do have one short on the 60-minute time frame. In Monster Scalper here, okay? Oh, sorry. That's long. Hold on. All right. So short Monster Scalper on this 60 pound yen in Monster Scalper. 60 minute. Here it is. All right, I think it was this one here. So so short here, buy to cover, we should be out. All right, long time ago. We did not call this one here. All right, so pound, yen, close that trade, please. Now we have several trades short on the 240 in Monster Scalper. All right. And then we'll take a look at equities. All right, Euro SEK, right? So short here, still holding, guys. All right, but keep an eye on it. All right, we need sellers to come on back down. Sell short signal is here. Not a bad trade, but we need sellers to come on back down. It's right near its moving average. You get a green candle here. Definitely close the trade. All right, buy to cover there. All right, USD CZK. All right, so short here. Some of these guys, we call them somewhere in here. All right, let me check the data here. All right, 3 months. Okay, that's fine. All right, so USD CZK, right? That's holding it short right now. Good short going there. USD SEK, so short here. We called it, I think, somewhere in here, guys. Okay, most of these they had ran just a little bit. Okay, all right. So USD SEK still holding. Now the dollar index, we know we're looking for a further move lower on the dollar index, right? That will help your dollar pair. So we're looking for support. Remember, right at $100 for support. So we expect some more move lower. Okay, so USD SEK, USD DKK. All right, so short here, holding firm. USD PLN, all right, so short here, a bit of a pullback. Keep an eye on this one, right? It's trading above support there. USD CHF, look at CHF, guys. So short here. I think we called it somewhere in here, okay? On the 240 now, on the 240. Remember, right, remember, even with these, this could be early moves because on the 240, guys, if we catch a move, all right, we can stay in, right? On the 240, it will hold the trades for about a month. All right. So I'm not saying don't hold me to that, right? I'm not saying that these trades will last a month, but you can miss the entry a little, right? On the 240 sometimes, right? And if it works out that that's the trade would last a few weeks or a month, then you're good. So you don't have to get it, absolutely perfect as far as your entry. All right. So I think we call it right about here. All right. But that's not a bad move. That's a lot of pips there. USD CHF, dollar CAD. All right. And send me your success stories, guys. Post it in the school community. Okay. I know you guys are having some success out there. All right. Broke support right here. Dollar CAD. Broke support and holding nicely here, okay? And remember, with these, no support. We don't have any new support and resistance lines, okay? So we're going to just assume that we'll move lower, okay? USD CAD, dollar CAD. Dollar HUF, did I call that? HUF, right here, all right? So all the dollar pairs, then some of the yen pairs. So USD, TRY, JPY, so short signal here, moving down nicely. HKD, look at HKD, guys. HKD, JPY. All right, wasn't sure about the yen pairs. All right, but they're trying to break out. Dollar yen, so short signal here. Good price action, falling knife. What we would like to see, some consolidation in here. Perhaps get support and resistance and then break down further there. Pound yen, so short signal right here. All right, we need pound yen to really break, okay? Pound yen is really struggling to break down, and we need pound yen to break, okay? Here it is here on the daily, but if we look here on the weekly here, guys, look, it's not doing much, okay? That's why we're getting some spikes down, but we don't have really good selling yet. Okay, and that's because of pound yen. And pound yen, right, really, the other yen pairs will follow pound yen leads. Pound yen is the biggest mover. You guys know that, all right? So it's holding that trend line right here. We need it to break down, right? Break through here, and that will help with these yen pairs, okay? So that's the holdup. That's the issue with the yen pairs, okay? Lots of consolidation. So that's the issue. A little different with the dollar pairs, okay? All right, so pound yen, SGD, JPY, all right? So short here, breaking down. All right, so we would like to see some consolidation and then further move lower, okay? But lots of consolidation, a bit messy. USD MXN, all right, so short here. I think we called it right about here. We do have support here. So what we would like USD MXN to do is to consolidate here a bit and then break down lower. It's going to be interesting to see what happens overnight. And then we have big non-farm payroll numbers coming out. Job numbers are coming out tomorrow. Guys, if that is negative, right? If that is with the selling that we've had already, if non-farm, the biggest number for the month, if that's negative, we could see this market really move lower, and we'll be right there trading live, right, to try to capture that move. There's going to be a lot of volatility, so right, watch your nerves. Stock boss, right? You guys know heat seeker. Not giving a lot of stocks right now, which is what we want, right? We don't want a lot of stocks right now. Let's take a look. We've moved stock boss to the 240. Okay. All right. right, so let's see what we've got here. So stock boss on the 240 right here. All right, so buy signal here, guys, NAK, white candles here, and it's holding right here. But guess what, guys? We have a white candle. With all of that selling, can't take a chance, okay? So we sell on a white candle. So NAK, that's too bad. If it wasn't for these white candles, we would hold on. But we got some white candles here. We got to get out. It did recapture that support, but we've got to close it, okay? NAK there. All right, NGD gave a sell signal. So buy signal was here, sell signal here, right? We've got to close it, close it. Red down right here. I know it has green candle, but we have a sell signal, close it. Especially with this market. So NGD, let's close that here. And those were basic materials. And then the last basic materials for stock boss, this on the 240 now, is UAMY, and that's holding for right now. Okay, so buy signal here. All right, let's do this. All right, here's our markdown phase. Good markdown phase here. Here's our markup, buy signal. And for right now, it's holding. So it is the only stock we have, guys. Imagine that in stock boss. Okay, that's it. All right, so we should be light. So stock boss, remember that's small caps. So the Russell, we know what the Russell is doing. Okay, so if there's any doubt, we know where's the Russell. We know what the Russell, see that selling in the Russell? That's not good for small cap stocks. You see that? That's why we don't have a lot of stocks, right? All right, that's it. Bull Master. So large cap stocks, Bull Master. We have, it's on the daily time frame here. Let's see how they're doing. And most of these are basic materials, right? So metals, gold, silver, steel. All right, AU guys, buy signal here. That's still holding right now. Basic materials, that's the sector. All right, BVN. All right, buy signal was right here, guys, at 1364. Gap down today. White candle, close that 1461. Let's close that, get rid of that, okay? BVN. EGO, all right, EGO is holding. Good markdown phase. Markup phase, buy signal held firm today. Basic material. Gold, GOLD, guys, all right? Buy signal here, good markdown phase, moving up nicely. Now it came all the way down here, but recovered. All right, green candle recovered. All right, so we'll continue to hold that. Harmony Gold, HMY, buy signal was here, moved down, but closed, right? Closed near the high right here. So recovered nicely there. So we'll keep that. The next basic material, X, all right, US Steel, all right, so buy signal was here, red candle, okay, so buy signal came in at $41, all right, close today, red candle, 38, close it, all right, guys, we don't want this to happen, all right, sellers are coming in, red candle, right, that can certainly get all the way back down to support here or even lower, all right, so take that small loss, get out. All right, get out. Don't try to be a hero right now with these markets. NFG, buy signal here, right? That's energy, and it's doing its own thing. Buy signal here, moving up nicely in the markup phase. All green candles, buyers are in control. Isn't it nice to see some green here? Right? All that selling, all that red. BABA, all right, that gave a sell signal. Okay, so BABA, buy signal was here at 95. Sell signal came in right here today, guys. At 126, we should be out. Okay, and that's what's that? Services. Okay, so we've got how many? 5 left. All right, so 1 in Stock Boss, 5 in Bullmaster. That's it. When things are bullish, that's why I say, we say when things are bullish, right, you want to be taking advantage of those moves, because right now stocks, we're not bullish anymore, right? We're not bullish. Okay, so that's all we've got left right here. Okay. The Fed will cut rates and the market will go up. Yeah, we'll see, right? The Fed could cut rates and the market can still go down, right? That's why we follow the price action, guys. Okay, that's why we follow the price action. All right. All righty. Let's see here. Our US 30 traders. No, we didn't call this trade here. All right. Those of you who captured this short here, good job. All right. We do have a short here on the 60-minute time frame. So sold short here. All right, good short going here. So those of you who captured this short, good job on the 60-minute time frame. On the daily time frame, we are breaking a support level here. We might find support right at 40,000 though on the US 30. Okay, we have good support here. So based on the price action, based on how things are going, based on what non-farm payroll does tomorrow, we could get to that support area here pretty quickly. Okay, but we'll see what happens. On the NAS short, all right, almost identical here. Sold short, sell short signal here. We didn't call this either. Okay, we'll trade it tomorrow. All right, when we do our live trading, we'll find some opportunities to trade both of these, the US 30 and the NAS. All right. All right. But those of you who caught the trade, good job. Good job. On just a quick look at Stock Boss and Bullmaster, I want to show you guys Heat Seeker here. So we're going to run Heat Seeker. We're going to run the entire market, 22,000 stocks. Right now, we only have 12. So guys, if the institutions are not buying, right, we don't buy, right? And we know they're not buying, right? 12, they're not buying anything, okay? Bullmaster right here. Let's run it. 22,000 stocks right here. How many was that? And we do that very quick. 16. If the market's running, things are running, things are bullish, we'll see 100 stocks, right? 150, 200 stocks in here. 16, we know they're not buying, okay? If they're not buying, we shouldn't be buying, all right? So just want to show you guys what's going on there. What time is it? All right, so we're right on time. 5 more minutes here, right on time here. Monster Scalper. I said we'll take a look at the Euro pairs. Euro pairs long in Monster Scalper. Let's take a quick look. All right, so we have some Euro pairs here long. They're going long. I think we're fairly good with shorts. We'll keep an eye on the dollar shorts. So you guys might get alerts. So just stay close to your school community there. Okay, so we'll send those out, right? If they come in, so keep an eye on dollar short and possibly yen short, small yen short. But I want to take a look at the Euro long. Let's see. All right. So good longs on the 60-minute time frame there. All right. So those of you who captured that move on the 60-minute, good job. We're gonna call Euro EURSEK long on the 60-minute time frame. Okay, so Euro, EUR, all right, EUR, SEK, 60-minute time frame. No, we don't have any buyers yet on the daily time frame. Okay, that's fine, guys. We're looking for a bigger move, all right? So that's an exception for right now. If it fails, all right? So if it fails, your support is about right here. You'll get a quick sell signal right about here. Okay, that's on the 60-minute time frame. But we have a buy signal here, and the pairs are trying to make a move higher. Trade with caution, trade lightly. And the other pairs, are moving up. Euro dollar, that's moving up nicely on the 60, right? EUR TRY, that's moving up nicely on the 60. EUR SGD, right? Buy signal here, that's moving up nicely. So hopefully Euro SEK will follow. All right, Euro PLN, good trade going there. Euro New Zealand, all right, let's call this, it's still near its buy signal. Buy signal here on a break of this resistance. Good buyers are on the daily here. So Euro New Zealand on the 60, EUR NZD. Okay, and that's what we want to see, guys. As the yen, Aussie, Kiwi pairs come down, we want to see a rotation, all right, in the euro pairs. And that's what we see, and we're getting a rotation. So Euro New Zealand long on the 60-minute time frame, okay? Good buyers are on the daily there. Euro NOK, that's gone. All right, Euro HUF, buyers here are on the daily here. You guys can see buyers here. Green candles coming in on the daily. And buy signal here, and look, all right, it's trying to break through that resistance even right now as we speak right here. Look at that, trying to break resistance right now. Euro, very active. Euro HUF. Long, 60-minute time frame, okay? All righty. That's very active here. Euro HKD, that's gone. All right, Euro Pound, that's gone. So you see what's happening, guys. They're buying the euro. Euro SEK, that's gone. And that's it. All right, so we've got three. On the 240, let's take a look here. Long 240 euro pairs, just the euro pairs, okay? Euro ZAR, we're in that already on the 240. Almost done, guys. Euro dollar, we're going to add that on the 240. Okay, I know it's moved a bit here, but again, right, if it continues to move higher, guys, we could stay in that trade for a long time. So we're going to call it here. Euro dollar 240, buy signal. Lots of buying here on the daily, even with a buy signal there. Okay, so So pay attention to the euro pairs. Euro long, dollar short, yen short. That's the trade right now in Monster Scalper. All right, market's opening. Euro long, euro dollar long, 240 here. All right, let's keep going there. TRY, we'll add TRY. Buy signal here. Lots of buying on the daily there. EUR TRY long 240. All right. Euro SGD, buy signal here. All right, that's gone a little bit there. I am liking these euro pairs. Let's call it EUR. You might get a pullback, so trade lightly, guys. EUR SGD, long 240. All right, and the 240 has been, look at the previous trade here. So it's been holding up fairly well on the 240. The 60, that's been the concern. Euro SEK. Euro PLN, guys, nice break of resistance, very big candle there, so lots of conviction there, right? So nice resistance here, broke through that resistance right here in a big way. Buyers are on the daily with a buy signal, so EUR PLN long 240. So euro pairs. Next one. Euro NOK, wait for that one. Euro HUF, fairly early, we'll call it. EURHUF. We would like it to run with the others. All right, EURHKD. All right. So we can definitely call a rotation with the euro pairs. Hopefully it doesn't change. All right, EURHUF there. I'm sorry, EURHKD. Euro pound. Let's pass on that one there. Nothing here. Lots of consolidation in here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie looks good, guys. Look at that. So it's breaking resistance here. That's reaccumulation. New buyers are coming in. Here's your trend line here, right? So first trade, bought here, sold here. Here we are, breaking resistance, buy signal here. We are moving higher. Look at that daily. Nice setup here. Nice setup. Lots of buying. Green candles. Nicely done. EURAUD. Long 240. So notice, guys, equities are crashing. We are light in equities, light or done, right? But guess what? There are other markets, right? Look at this. Euro pairs are moving. There are other markets we can go to, right? So that's the goal. That's the idea. All right. So rather than staying in these magnificent 7 stocks, all right, we can get out, right? Take those profits and then wait and then move to other markets. Okay. So great setups in the euro pair. So euro long, dollar short, right? Euro long, dollar short, yen short. But keep an eye on the yen pairs, okay? Keep an eye on those, okay? Lots of activity. This is why we do what we do, okay? So that we know what's going on. Can't get it perfect, but at least we know what's going on. Could you imagine, right, being in these markets, right? The Dow is down 1,600 points. That's a big down day. So could you imagine, right? You in positions, markets down, and you have no idea what to do, right? You have no idea what's going on. Okay, so that's why we do this. Okay, so we know, we have an idea what's going on, how to protect, right? Protect the risk. Okay, I'll see everyone tomorrow, live trading 8 a.m. Eastern time. We're gonna go from 8 to 10. All right. Last week we had a great trading day. Okay. We'll hope to have another great trading day tomorrow. However, there's going to be a lot of volatility. Okay, a lot of volatility. We over 30 on the VIX. We have non-farm payrolls coming out tomorrow. So we're going to start at 8 o'clock, watch the market, all right? Watch the data for 8:30, and we might not trade. I just have to tell you guys this, right? Based on the volatility, if it's crazy, we might not trade. Might just have to wait, right? For the US 30 or the NAS, okay? But we'll definitely have some trading opportunities in Forex, but just be aware, right? Should have a lot of volatility, okay? All right, guys, thanks for coming, and I'll see everyone tomorrow, live trading 8 a.m. Eastern time, US time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Be careful out there. Trade light.